Dixon! Why?
Oi, old man! Are you completely out of your mind?
Don't you kids ever shut up. I'm just doing my job, as always. Right?
Who are you?
It's you.
Yes. Now you remember. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Eggle? Too long. Huh?
Zanza's disciple.
Zanza's disciple? Eggle, what do you mean? Dixon, what are you?
I don't have to explain anything. As they say, seeing is believing. Now, witness it with your own eyes. The moment of Lord Zanza's return.
Shulk! Get away from him! No! Ah!
Zanza! I won't let you do this! Shulk! Wait, who's this guy? Zanza.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate. As all that exists is interconnected, time can flow only towards the inevitable. That is the vision of which I, the Monado, am the origin. That which will be, will be. This was all predestined. Ever since I came to reside within Shulk.
What do you mean? Zanza grew tired from our battle. And then the High Entier ancestors trapped him. His flesh was sealed away on Prison Island. His soul, and hence the Monado, was confined to Osse Tower.
In those ruins? But what does this have to do with Shulk?
Did you forget? Who discovered those ruins? Who happened to be there? Who was the survivor we found? And who brought back that survivor?
What are you saying? You planned all this when you found Shulk?
Jackpot. It was all for this day. In fact, there was never anyone called Shulk to begin with.
What?
My soul existed inside the Monado. It was fated that I be released. It was shown to me in a vision. At last the time finally came, and then...
The people who found the Monado and freed it awoke Zanza. He sucked the lives from them, so he could live. Shulk was among them.
Shulk was already dead! That's impossible! We grew up together!
You grew up with an empty shell. He appeared to live because I became his life force. That is until he had matured as my new vessel and become worthy of wielding the Monado, allowing me to truly awaken and finally return.
Lord Zanza is the soul of the Bionis, but he still needs a living body. Just like Mayneth over there. Call that corpse a friend? Don't make me laugh.
But why use Shulk? What was it that made you select Shulk as your vessel?
There was no particular reason. Shulk merely happened to be there at the time.
There you have it. Anybody would have done. As long as they could swing a sword around, at least.
So then, Shulk's ability to use the Monado...
And those visions that he used to save us.
All because of Lord Zanza. Lord Zanza can see the passage of fate. He simply led you to the inevitable. The destruction of Colony 9. The death of that pompous old High Entier fool. And that grunt Gaddo's miserable demise. All of it.
You evil...
Yeah! There's more. We haven't even got to the best part.
What are you gonna do, Dixon?
Don't you get it? You're just in the way. The lot of you. This world was created by Lord Zanza. By the very Bionis itself. Then you things think you can just spring up all over the place.
All life that is born from me must be returned to me eventually to complete the cycle. For me to continue my existence as before, then all must be restored to its former order.
In other words, the destruction and recreation of the world. Nothing more to it.
First, we must eliminate my greatest obstacle. You, Mayneth, the Mechonis!
The Bionis!
Bionis moves!
I've been waiting. Waiting for this day. Zanza!
Brother! Stop! You're too weak!
I don't care. I will gladly sacrifice myself to eliminate Zanza. As long as he lives, there can be no peace for us, or for the people of Bionis.
Ha! Then you shall cease to exist. By the wrath of my blade!
It's... the Monado. I'll show you the meaning of wrath! What?
It's finished!
Why? Egil and Shulk could put their differences aside!
Meaningless sentiment.
Zanza! Right, now!
Yeah!
How could you do this?
It is from me that all life is born. It lives only for me. And it shall be returned. So you have finally unleashed your Monado. And there was me thinking you would die with dignity.
I finally understand. The futures of our children belong to them alone. Though we are their creators, their lives are theirs to control. Even if the passage of fate is as you have decided, I will teach you the strength of their will to resist. Zanza, if you choose to deny the existence of every living being but yourself, then I choose to fight. To fight for them!
That's right. We won't let you erase everyone's futures.
This battle is mine, Mayneth.
This moment blew my freaking 11-year-old mind. I am not kidding. So here we have a fight against Zanza. The big cheese himself, the big boss of everything. Honestly, there's been a lot of foreshadowing that has played through this, or not played through this, but like, that has shown that something like this was more, there was more to this than met the eye. There's all little hints of foreshadowing throughout this entire journey. And it all leads up to this incredible moment. That all the truths are being, like, laid out in front of us. It's insane. Like I said, blew my mind as a freaking 12-year-old.
What? I feel like I could beat anyone.
Just, wow.
We're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. You're mine.
Is that all you've got?
Everything, you're out of here.
Is that all you've got?
Kill barrier. Everything,
Is that all you've got?
shifted into second gear.
Is that all you've got? Something wrong? Is this the height of your skill? You call yourself a god? And you talk of sharing this world with me?
So that's why. The dead boy is important to you. The Homs are nothing but bacteria, clinging to my body.
They are living beings. If you cannot understand this, you have no right to call yourself a god.
And who decides that? A god? Because only a god may decide. This world only needs one god, Maynard. May you rot in that shell for all eternity!
Fiora!
Face me like a god! If not, then say goodbye to your putrid friends! Such a fool.
This is what I wish. This world belongs to you all. Create a world with no need for gods.
This is the passage of fate.
Zanza, disappear! He's gone. And things ain't looking good for us.
Let it begin. The ceremony of destruction and recreation.
this? That light! What's happening now?
Vanea. I'm sorry. I
understand. I always knew it might come to this.
Go, Vanea. Do what you must, while there is still time remaining. All hope is not lost.
No! You must come with me.
I, too, have something that I must do. The final wish, trusted to me by Lady Mayneth.
Oh, brother. Melia? I understand your feelings. Leave it to us. We know what we must do. We will do all we can for the people of Mechonis.
Now go. Shulk can still be saved. Do not let the last glimmer of hope be extinguished.
Egil. Go in peace. Let's go. We're leaving the Mechonis. Ryan, take care of Shulk. Got it.
You okay? Yes.
Good. It still works. The whole place is gonna blow. We must return to Junks via the central factory.
Let's go!
Dun. What about Egil?
He'll fight Zanza to the very end. But we have our part of the bargain. Once he's gone, we're the only ones left. Let's move, everyone!
Goodbye, my brother.
Looks like old Shulky boy ain't with us no more. Gonna switch the party around a little bit to a unique, definitely a unique combination. We ain't got nothing else to do but to get the hell out of here. So you know how it is. We go through basically all the other areas we have. And now you see why things are definitely closing off to us now. And like quests that were going to expire are going to expire now. It all makes sense. It all adds up to this moment. So like if you're wondering where the time is, like where the quests expire, it's this time right now. We basically just lost access to like a lot of quests. But thankfully, I did pretty much all the ones I wanted to do and then some. So yeah, nothing much to worry about there on that front. But yeah, just wow. I know I've been repeating myself, but like, again, blew my freaking 11-year-old mind. There was a time where Xenoblade was my favorite game of all time. It switches around all the time, like I said, but there was a period where I thought this game was the coolest thing I've ever seen as a kid. I thought the twist with Zanza was crazy. I thought the characters were freaking great. I thought the music was awesome. Of course, I didn't experience it until months after discovering this game, but when I did, man, it was something. Of course, knowing my stories, I never actually got to this part on the Wii version. I would never even experience this part of the game myself until Definitive Edition came out years later. But still, you know, I saw it, man. I saw it. And it stuck with me. It stuck with me this whole time, my whole life. Essentially my whole life. I can definitely say Xenoblade's been a part of my life for a good old 9 years now. Actually, I think now it's 2024. I think it'll be 10 years since I discovered Xenoblade. Weird to think about. Oh, how the time flies. Alright. Made it back to Junks. Let's go ahead and hightail it out of here. Looks like it's all over. Yep, I know, even though I wasn't there. I want to thank you for what you did for my son. But we have to escape here first. Shall we head back to the village? Yep.
Stubborn mortals. So desperate to cling to your pathetic lives. Even when there is no hope for you! Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death. For both our worlds, you must succeed. Lady Maynard.
The Mechonis! Egil!
Look starboard! What's that cloud?
It's Telethia!
You're not getting away!
Dixon!
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Bionis. Nice and quietly.
That's enough! Why, Dixon? What made you like this? Shulk looked up to you, respected you!
Dixon! Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
You can quit your belly aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
Now you see why I have my party combination like this? We have the Serenity Telethia here. This thing isn't really too terrible to deal with. Nothing too crazy. I seem to be saying that a lot these days. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the second gear. Get that going. God bless the ether flowing through you, Melia. God bless it. God bless your heart. Yeah, this fight isn't anything really too noteworthy. It's just another one of them Telethia. And it's a shame we don't even get to fight Dixon along with it. You know, that would have been kind of interesting. Kind of would have been like the whole Tyrea and freaking the Telethia back in the High Entia tomb. Remember that? Like a million years ago? Ouchie. You gotta help me, guys. Oh my god, Melia here for the win. Melia for the win. Now, because we don't have enough purge, this does kind of make things a little bit difficult. Oh, speaking of a little bit difficult. Ouchie. I'm gonna go for, yeah, I wish. Shove them into me so I could help. God.
You waste of space! Not so tough without Shulk, eh? Stupid beast! You should be grateful. Not everyone has a war buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they? The victory drinks we used to share.
I'll kill you!
What? Who was that? Show yourself!
Melia, are you all right?
Brother!
Callian! Dixon! He works for the Bionis! He shot Shulk in the back!
Is this true? Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me. Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right, Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Your Highness, your naivety is quite charming, but it is also your undoing. I had much fun playing with you and your father.
What? What is this light?
Ether particles emitted so that the Bionis can be destroyed and reborn. What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No, you wouldn't! Lorithia!
Awaken, my darling pets!
They are...
Telethia!
Brother! Lorithia! Let him go!
You misunderstand, child. This is the reason why high entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
Brother?
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia, it just means you're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for. Rise up, pets. Do my bidding. Kill your lovely sister.
Brother! Just hold on! I'll find a way to save you!
Melia! So sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. The burden meant for you
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured.
How?
Brother!
Melia! Father's wish
and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
Telethia! Destroy him! Dixon!
I got it. Too late! Samhain!